Going out for a day trip here on Snipe Lake. Paddling the infamously nice channel. A tree fell down in it, I guess. This is just so beautiful. This lake really is nice. A lot of rock cliffs and just very primitive seeming lake. Well, people on the peninsula site have moved on. Started making me thinking about moving over here. It's so much nicer of a site than what I have. Well, the island site is now unoccupied too. People must have snuck out of here earlier. This is pretty nice. The landing's terrible. There's some real canoe killer rocks there. Sharp razor edges sticking up out of the water, just under the water surface. Wow. It's huge. Yeah, big open site. Few tent pads by the looks of it. What's going on over here? Smelled smoke. Oh man, that's still hot. What the heck is wrong with people? You guys, you gotta pour water on those things. You know, I'll have to find a way to get some water and pour it on there. I'm trying to think what I have. I must have a baggie I can fill with water somewhere. I'll go do that. Yeah, I'm out on my day trip here, hanging around the campsite. I put out that fire, and I just sat there in that site for a while and looked at it and looked at the view of that bay, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna move over there. Yeah, okay. I moved about a quarter of a mile from one site to another. That's officially the closest distance ever for me, just for one night. It's kind of silly, but hey, you know, I've got time, and it's a much nicer site, and I'll have a different experience. So got some gear hastily thrown together in the back that it took me under 10 minutes to pack. I just literally just jammed everything in my Cook Custom Sewing Pioneer pack there. Lots of room, able to just poof it up, stuff it in there, and I'll sort out the mess when I get to the other site. Just need to get there before somebody else beats me there. I'm at my campsite here on the island. It's really nice so far. Got a little shady spot over here. Got a nice rock as a table. Perfect spot for my chair. And I'm gonna make lunch. I'm gonna have Spam and a tortilla. I have a tortilla left. Actually, I think I have 2 of them. And a slice of Spam, some Arby's sauce. We got some foil in there. I'm going to wrap the slice of Spam in and put it in the coals of that little fire right there that I started. The irony is the thing was hot enough when I stopped by here on my day trip that I could have just cooked the Spam right in the coals, but I put it out with water, of course. So now I'm just making just a handful of little sticks, got a little bit of coals, lay the Spam in that foil right in there, and then wrap it in the tortilla, and yummy. It'll be good. Kind of funny how we can get so excited about a slice of Spam out here. Gourmet meal in the woods. Now that I've eaten, do a quick tour. I set up my tarp just to dry it out because it was kind of damp. There was no good place to dry it out, my other site here, so I didn't bother. But again, huge open fire grate area. Quite huge. I might set up my tent in this grassy spot right here. We'll see. Or I might set up my tent right here. I like this nice flat little spot. Gravelly. Right near the water. I kind of like that. Just out in the open near the lake. The rock ledges just kind of keep going all the way out. There's one out in the point and a tent pad out there. And then trails back here and 3 or 4 tent pads back in here. Some of them are pretty nice, some aren't. Lots of trails, lots of tent pads. This one gets used a lot. Surprisingly, it's not beat up as more than it is. And there are blueberries all over the place. I have to pick some of those later. Tent is set up over here. It's out in the sun right now. It's a little too warm to be by it, but as soon as the sun goes down a bit, it'll be a wonderful place to be. Right here on the big flat open terrace. All this view. Get the maximum breeze. And east is behind me here, behind the tent. So this gives me the greatest chance for eastern sun in the morning to try and dry it out as soon as it can. I just love this area. I head down to this peninsula here to check it out a little bit. Did a really brief peek at it once. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? As soon as I'm done, I'm going to go pick blueberries right now, and as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to get my chair and I'm going to sit right here and eat them. Now, if only I had some ice cream to go with this. Could you imagine? What a beautiful spot. There is a little breeze from the north, and it is blowing past this point, and it's pretty nice. It's 85 degrees outside, and back in the woods when I was picking berries, boy, it gets stagnant back there. It really warms up fast. But out here it's pretty nice. And the weird part is there aren't any mosquitoes at this campsite. I don't think I've seen one yet, or very few. A couple deer flies, but wow, compared to the other site was just swarming all the whole time. Well, I'm going to keep enjoying my blueberries and just watch the water go by. Dinner tonight is going to be a chicken teriyaki rice. There it is, looking almost ready. Cooking on top of this big flat rock here in front of the fire grate, and it occurred to me, right there, that gray spot is a hole full of dirt. There's a hole full of dirt right there. Another one right back there. So the fire grate used to be right on top of this big gray rock. I'd been sitting literally right in front of it. And they rust off and break and get too hot and whatever, and then they generally move them. And that one got moved over there in front of that big rock with all of the stains in it. Must be the same type of rock that is over on the cliff in Copper Lake, which is like right over there is Copper Lake, and that whole cliff full of that stuff, and they blasted and found some copper in it, I guess. But a few more minutes and I'll be ready to eat. Good evening and day 5 here on Snipe Lake. I got the sun setting over here. Got those beautiful cliffs behind me. Got the loons out here. That's an adult been feeding a chick all day long. It's really been fun to watch. The chick is starting to dive a little bit now. It's just awesome to see. Had a great day overall. My day would completely change plans when I was on a little day trip got started. I went over in this bay. I saw this campsite, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to move because my other one is not very nice. I've had a really good time here. It's been very warm right here in the afternoon, but now the sun setting is beautiful. The wind's from the southwest, like they said it was going to be, and it's going to be a good night. Thanks for joining along, and thanks for watching. Breakfast this morning is granola cereal with powdered milk and some malted milk stuff in it, right out of the baggie. Well, good morning, day 6 here on Snipe Lake. I'm paddling away from the campsite a little after 8. I went to this back bay here on Snipe Lake, which I planned to check out yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. But had to come over here and see this very impressive cliff. I'll turn the canoe here and you'll be able to see it in a sec. It's very nice. But headed out today. It's a good chance of rain here this afternoon. This is my planned exit day, so it actually worked out great. I had great weather. Isn't that cliff something? Black and white striped. Pretty neat. Nice backdrop. Sun on my face, but that's alright. Yeah, I've watched loons feed a chick out in front. I saw an otter. Saw lots of birds this time of year, and it's been a really good trip. Actually, very few people for the most part, except for yesterday when I rolled into, or excuse me, the day before yesterday when I first rolled into Snipe. There were just tons and tons of people pouring in here. We're going looking for campsites, and I got lucky and found one. Wasn't the great one, but I moved yesterday, and I enjoyed my time on the island. And now I'm just headed out. And if I don't get any more filming done, thanks for watching.